Hello everyone. Today I would like to show off and review a couple of the model kits that I've recently built. I've had this one for a little while and finally decided to put them together. Some of you have seen that I do have a list. I have recently gotten to this point. Um, Today this one is about the Fujimi Research line of model kits. This one is the Louisiana Crayfish. I have a second and third one of these. This one's the standard. I also have a blue, which will be coming up right now. Here he is. But we're going to go over what you get in the box. My initial thoughts were, wow, this thing is pretty well represented. I mean, if you were to see a crayfish and you saw this model kit, you're thinking, wow, that looks like a crayfish. Of course, straight out of the box, it doesn't look perfect. You know, you have some color differentiation and stuff like that, but it does look pretty incredible as far as a model kit straight out of the box. Now, I don't know Fujimi Research that well. It looks like they do also make other model kits, including cards and ships. So military ships as well as just regular cars in 1/24 scale. But not having experienced them before, these ones came on the market recently. As far as notoriety, because they came out with a Neon Genesis Evangelion colored crayfish, and so those started popping up everywhere. I went for the more realistic versions, what you see here. So as far as my opinion on these things, definitely awesome color separation where you have the shells in darker red, the legs in a lighter. You have that fun shade of brown undertone, tan undertone. The clear, I guess, is to represent the white that these guys normally have. It works pretty well. Honestly, you're not going to be looking at the underside too many times. And yeah, okay, I am missing one of those legs. I'll have to find that later. But as far as what you get straight out of the box, it looks pretty great. I did shade this one and did not do it to the blue one. And it was only just the body. I didn't do anything else. We will go for articulation. Most of these parts are articulated. These are double jointed, one here on a ball and one on a pivot. These ones are ball jointed here. This one's pegged into a ball joint here. You get a simple pivot here, a simple pivot here, and a simple pivot here. But all in all, you get what you need out of that to get this guy in a lot of different positions. Look like he's picking something up and eating it, or looks like he's threatening you. Each one of these little things is on a ball. That's a ball. These are all balls. No articulation on these legs, but honestly, there's no real need for them. These are all double ball jointed together, so each one of these sections has a rod with two balls on each end, and that means that you're capable of curling it up pretty close, still giving a really cool representation of the animal. These here are on little pivots, so a pin smashed between two parts, with a bushing in between actually, so you can get your tail piece in as widely as you'd like to array it. These guys just slot in. They are the weak point of the kit. Definitely, as you can see, I am missing one. But as far as these ball joints, they're actually very secure in a piece of PC part sandwiched between the clear and the red outer shell. So 3 parts to make those ones, plus the ball joints in between. Everything else slots into the ball joints as far as, you know, for articulation, you can see the ball in there. So ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, you know, these ones here, these are pegged. So it is well articulated, but it also isn't at the same time where, you know, you have your legs and stuff. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, a crayfish most of the time is just going to sit there. I would have liked it if maybe you could curl the legs in a little bit more. Maybe a bend here at least. But no. They went for a more realistic look more than the articulation was required. So, I mean, as you can probably tell, I mean, you're not going to be posing it a lot. But, I mean, you can get some scary action poses. You know, he's about to attack. You can get, you know, a retreating type motion with the tail curled in. You can battle them out. So it's fun times there. So that would be, my friends, the Louisiana Crayfish. Very realistic model kit, and I would recommend. Today, though, we are also going to review the Dynastic Beetle. And I was actually very surprised at the size of this. I thought he was, oh, well, that's a little bit small. But, you know, when I started looking at it and not reading the directions as they are in Japanese, and I don't read Japanese, I didn't realize that it actually came with two, because when I was looking at the sprues, I'm like, there's double of everything. Don't know why it didn't occur to me sooner. This one is, I mean, it's a beetle. They only gave me one color tone for most of the creature. Of course, you do have the clear parts for the wings. That's not a bad thing, but could have gone with like a brown on the outside, and you know, the inside would be normal, or you know, a beetle color. It does come in a shiny type plastic, so a little bit of that metallic injection that you get, so it does have those streaks that you get on like a Gundam that has that kind of a look. Not necessarily the prettiest thing, but definitely nice effect, nice and glossy. That was a surprise though for me, seeing that they are a 2-pack. Definitely fun, you know, you can have them fight. I was gonna get another set anyway because I liked how much I really liked what this looked like. Now, as far as articulation and color separation, you know, you're not going to get any except for the wings. I mean, that's cool that they give you the colored wings. But for articulation, your head moves on a ball joint. Very simple. This one moves on a this is a rod and double ball joint. So you can move it up and down a little bit. And that's mostly to facilitate spreading the wings open, like on this one. These are ball jointed in the back of the thorax, which is just underneath back of the abdomen, which is just underneath the thorax here. You do get a semi-realistic look on the inside of this guy. You know, you get the ridges of the beetle's back. With a little paint, you can make that the right colors. These are rather simple. They're two pieces pegged in together, so one is slotted into the other, and then it's on a ball joint. Very simple, but it works. And so all of those are the same. Well, not the same, but they all have the same articulation. So very simple, very easy kit to put together. Glad they came with two. It does, in case you're wondering, have two sets of wings. I'm going to use these for something else, I'm sure. It also comes with a very simple stand. And it doesn't peg on or anything. He just kind of sits on there. So, I mean, as far as the stand goes, it's there. It's not anything to write home about. But it is there. And it comes with a nice sticker that actually tells you what type of beetle it is, and I'm sure there's some more information on it that I can't read. But I did enjoy building this kit. It's simple, it's fast, there are 2 of them, you can't go wrong with 2. They don't look the most dramatic, they aren't attacking each other. Beetles tend not to look very dramatic when they do fight. So, I mean, you can probably prop him up on his legs and make him look more aggressive or something like that. But your variety of it is not going to be that high as far as posing, as you are limited by only ball joints and no bend at the knees or anything like that. And not a bad thing. It's more a realistic looking monster than, something else. And really, I only got it so that my love of beetles, of course, but so that it can be like a pet to one of my girl kits, or an enemy that they can fight. As far as what their size is, they're pretty small, so it's not going to be too threatening on that front. But even with maybe a high-grade Gundam or something like that, it's a pretty little kit. But for the price and getting 2 of them, definitely worth the pickup. If you want something different, it's gonna be fast. It's not like a Hexagears kit or a number 57 kit. But speaking of number 57, you put this with the enemy frog. It's a little bit more to scale, like as an enemy. Would be fun to have them pose and fight. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, no, I mean, definitely options with what you can do with it. If you can peg it and you pose it as it's flying, it'd be fun too. Just a fun little kit to have around. I would recommend it at the price I got it, which is less than $20. I mean, you can't go wrong with less than $20 for a kit nowadays. Definitely loving what they make as far as realism. That is top notch. Playability, it's there. The crayfish are a little bit more touchy than these ones. I mean, you shake this one, it's not going to come apart. Same thing with the legs. The crayfish, you might lose some of those bottom legs. They are really small and they do just slot in. But I would recommend them for any model builder who's, more experienced, less experienced. It's gonna be a win as far as building. These ones are definitely fun and fast. A little more expensive than these ones, which are also very fun and fast. Plus you get a cool looking beetle, cool looking crayfish. You can't lose. So that would be my final decision there. Thank you guys for watching my slightly longer than intended video. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. Like the video if you do, and subscribe if you aren't. Thank you.